We are going to look at gender statistics and death rates for heart attacks, and it could be surprising to our viewers. And doctor, let's show them this and talk about it as we're looking at it. Death rates from heart attack in first year after incident. So can you explain to us what we're looking at here, doctor?
Absolutely, and something that you just mentioned, Olga, which is really important. I think many people, if you were to ask them, what is the #1 killer in women, I think breast cancer comes to mind.
That's
for
what
many
most people
folks.
say, right?
Absolutely, because they've had such wonderful public awareness campaigns, and deservedly so. But in fact, only 4% of women die from breast cancer, compared to over 33% of cardiovascular disease. And this graph here, you can see that cardiovascular disease in the United States that's being depicted here from 1979 all the way to 2004. And you can see that back in 1979, which is the left part of the graph, more men were dying, and you can see that in the red line is men's, I'm sorry, the blue line is men, and women are depicted in red. So back in 1979, you could see that more men in the blue line were dying of heart disease than women. Obviously, what happened was that many interventions were developed during the time. There was a lot of awareness campaigns that were raised, and mortality of men, you can see again in the blue line, started to decrease. But while men's mortality actually was brought down, you can see then the red line, women's mortality kept going up. So something was not resonating for the women. And in fact, since 1984, and you can see that that's where the lines intersect there, more women than men have died of heart disease than men. And this gap in mortality actually has been widening.